Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
Well, it's lovely that you've been able to, they've been able to be in that position. It's really lovely, and I think having young people do that in the company sort of fires us up a little bit as well too, to get us,
Yeah. It does, guys. So I just want to say welcome, because I've just started recording. So welcome, guys. But just on the Gen Y thing, guys, if you are Gen Y, or if you have got a child who may be interested, obviously it's not a young kid, but it's a teenager or older. Hook them up together. You Gen Ys, Brandon and Bo and Regina and Robin, and I know we've got Maddie and Emma and whoever else. Forgive me if I've forgotten your name, but I know there's probably already 6, 7, 8 of you guys. Robin and Grace have just started, like in the last week or so. They've been reading, I think she's read, I reckon Robin has read more MLM books in the last week than a lot of distributors on here. And it's just that they just see the opportunity and they're just so passionate and they run.
Harry, I'm on Zoom now.
I know. I'm asking, do you mind if I put music on, or do you want me to turn it off?
You'll have to do a shot.
Because the same with how they look at. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's the same. Gen Y see things different. The youngsters see things different, and they don't have the years of damage that we carry with us. They don't have the 20 or 15 or 20 or 25 years of baggage that us sometimes that we carry with us. They just jump in it and they go. So I think we've got a lot to learn from the younger people too. So, I really, really want to encourage you young guys, Bo, Brandon, Robin, Kristen, Grace, Regina, you guys take charge, get together, organize a Zoom together, build a team together, build the LifeVantage Gen Y Australia. Call it whatever you guys want to call it. But, there's no reason why you guys can't actually build the Gen Y Team Heart team in Australia. Like, when you start doing that, you do run events different. You have more loud music. You just jump up and down. You do stuff a little bit different. And it's going to attract more young people to you. So, guys, we want to just give you the freedom on here to say, do what you want to do, because you guys know what you need to do to grow your business. So, guys, again, I just want to say thank you so much for all of you guys participating in the Rocktober. I'm sure you all fell in love with Rachel as much as we did. I was really heartsore when I had to leave and she left. And her husband Josh, they're just amazing people. And I'm sure you all were really challenged by what she taught us, what she showed us is possible. And I spoke to Tara straight away when Rachel had gone. I messaged Tara the next day. I said, it's your turn. And Tara said, I'm there. So I'm talking to Tara and seeing if we can get her over here sort of around March, April. Because Tara will blow your socks. Some of you guys have already watched some of her training. And she is incredible, let me tell you. So we are going to get the Team Heart leaders coming out. We've got Carrie Dickey. There's so many of them that are incredible leaders. And we will also look at getting a Gen Y leader out so that our young guys have time. Rachel's Gen Y too, but we will get a youngster out to come and spend time with our Gen Y guys. So, guys, a couple of things tonight. The first is we want to have a look at Hawaii, because do you know what? I believe every single person on here can qualify for Hawaii. So I'm going to show you in detail how to qualify for Hawaii, and I've created a calculator that I'm going to put up in our team once we're done here, so that you can actually go onto that calculator. You can put in your figures and it'll calculate for you where you're at, how far you're from winning the incentive. So we're going to have a look at that soon. A couple of other things is I want to tell you that we actually had a really good month in October. It hasn't been our best month. Our best month so far was August. But guys, in October, we did $112,000 in sales. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, guys, do you know what? When we first started LifeVantage 6 months ago, the company was doing 50,000 a month in the whole of Australia. So we've already tripled, just our team has already tripled. And I know the company has quadrupled its sales in Australia since we've started. So 112,000 is pretty good. Let me tell you, I know that the goal for this year, for this fiscal year, is that by the end of June, they want to get to $500,000 in sales a month. And I believe it's really achievable. So I just wanted to give you that bit of feedback so that you all know roughly what we're doing. Guys, in terms of what's coming up next weekend, now I know we've all just had a big 10 days. Believe you me, I'm very aware of it. And what I will say to you is apologies that this following event is so close to our tour. So pretty much what happened is we called the Rocktober tour with Rachel and advised, corporate, all of that was done. And then they called this EA on the 12th of November. So the coordination there wasn't too good, and we've actually tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock got a meeting with the Vice President International Sales, Dave Fleming, and Geraldo, who's our sales director, and we're doing some planning stuff. We want to plan 2017 properly so we don't have events within 2 weeks of each other. It's just too quick. So I do apologize. I'm very aware that for a lot of you it's a huge sacrifice to try and get here again within 2 weeks. But I want to just say to you, don't miss it. Events should never be something that you consider that you're going to come to or not. If you want to make it in this business, then events are just a total not negotiable. You can fly in, fly out in the same day. I've done that. I've got to Melbourne at 1 o'clock in the morning because I didn't want to pay extra for accommodation, and I just flew in and out. So you can do that. You can fly in and out from Brisbane on the same day. You can hire a car, which is going to cost you $45 to get up to Sunshine Coast. It's not a lot, but don't miss it. Please don't miss it. We're going to have Mark Shinsato here, who's a Pro 10. Mark has been a Pro 10 for a number of years. The guy has got a lot of knowledge, and he's going to be able to give us a lot of tips. Okay, so from what I know, there's not huge numbers yet of people that have registered. So, guys, just think about this. Team Hot, we pack the place out, and it's going to give you more chance of getting a photo with a Pro 10. That is worth so much. It's going to give you a chance to ask a Pro 10 a question. So don't miss out on it. Please do come. Also, on the Saturday night, there's going to be a special dinner for Pro 5 and up. So if you reach Pro 5 by next Friday or next Saturday, you will be having a special dinner, you and your partner, with Geraldo and Dave and Mark, and also Morgan. Some of you may have dealt with Morgan in the past. She really looks after Australia. She's our PA, and she's going to come out as well. So we're going to get to meet her face to face. For those of you that are looking for accommodation, Geraldo promised me tomorrow morning at 6, we will get the corporate rate that they've negotiated at Twin Waters for us to stay there. So I will put it up as soon as we have it. We'll put it up in our Facebook group so that you know what that is. And guys, if you want to come along and share accommodation, just flick one of the leaders or your sponsor, whoever, a quick message and say, hey, I want to come, I want to share accommodation, because there's a number of us sharing. I mean, I live 5 minutes from there, but just as a team thing, I'm going to go and stay with the girls because I want to bond and, sit and talk in our pajamas until late and have a glass of wine or whatever we do, hot chocolate or whatever it is. So come along, guys. So this is not just about the learning, but this is about bonding with our team. It's about building relationship with one another, and especially you building relationship with your people. So please, I ask you again, please come. You can fly in and out on the same day. If you need to stay with us and share accommodation, you know what? I'll sleep on the floor. I don't care. I'll sleep in the bath. I'll sleep wherever, so we can save on accommodation and we can have all of you here. So please do that, okay? Okay, so guys, I'm going to hand over to G, because G's going to chat to you guys quickly about November and really where we're sitting in terms of our business strategy-wise for where we are in the year. It's November, December. Can you believe it? Next month is Christmas. holy moly, how did we get here? Like, where is this year gone? It's just incredible. So, okay, so G, if you're there, honey, can I pop over to you? I can just unmute you, or can you unmute yourself? No? I don't see G. G, are you there? Yeah.
When there were bad things happening, I had good things happening at the same time. So,
Mom, G's not on the webinar.
G's not on. Okay.
I just had looked at the event.
Okay. I saw G on just before I don't know if she's dropped out because my internet has been shocking today, so maybe she has. Okay, so guys, let me hop straight into Hawaii. I'm going to share my screen. Please, guys, make notes of questions because it's really important that you get this. Make notes if you have a question. When I'm done sharing my screen, I'll come back and answer any questions you have, okay? So, let's go in there. So can you give me a thumbs up, Robin, if you can see my PowerPoint? Yeah, cool. Okay, who wants to go to Hawaii? Come on, you got to also, yay! So, okay, look at this. Oh my goodness, look at this beach. I just can't wait. Okay, so there is no reason if you get this tonight and you start planning and you work out what you're going to chase every month in your business and you work with the people in your downline, there is no reason that we shouldn't book out a plane, just Team Heart Australia going to Hawaii. Okay, I reckon we can do that. So this is where we're going to be. I don't even know how to say this. Kaiohe, whatever, Hawaii, okay? That's what it is. Okay, guys, so how do I qualify? Now, this is the first time I have seen an incentive based on volume only. Normally, incentives are based on enrollments, okay? So this really makes it so fair for everyone because we're not all champions at enrollments. Some people are better than others, but this is just growth in your organization. So what this encourages you to do is to work with everybody in your downline, even your customers. Go back to every single customer and say, hey, has anybody asked you why you're looking so good? Why are you so happy? Why are you sleeping well? Do you know of anybody who wants to be on Pro Tandem? So it encourages you to work with everyone in your downline so that you can build the volume that runs through your business. Now, of course, guys, new enrollments also helps with volume, but also you got to work with the people in your downline. Okay, so the first thing is if you increase volume in your organization, and I'll go into the details of that in a second, the more you grow, the more memorable your experience in this incentive will be. So in other words, the higher growth your business shows over 5 months, the better your experience in Hawaii. And you'll see that there's different levels. There's cash that's added onto it. I'm going to show you in a sec. If you're an elite, so if you're Pro 7, Pro 8, Pro 9, or Pro 10, and you maintain your rank 5 out of the 8 months from July 16th to Feb 17th, you qualify automatically. So I know none of you, and including me, we're not elite yet, but this, I want to say this to you. This is one of the incredible benefits that LifeVantage has now added, and in the new comp plan it's even better. When you get to elite, guys, and you maintain your rank, you don't even have to qualify anymore for incentives. You win them all automatically. Okay, you've just got to stay in active rank, because the company says we don't want the teams to get to these events and not have their leaders as Pro 7, 8, 9, or 10 there. We want them all to be together so they can build teamwork. So how incredible is that? Okay, the one thing you've got to remember is that the volume that your business needs to grow by needs to be spread over your legs. And the maximum that can be counted towards one leg is 60, 30, 10. So in other words, if one of your legs makes up 65% of your total growth, and the total growth just qualifies you for the incentive trip, then you're not going to win it. Okay, so you can't have more. So let's say you need 25,000 points over the 5 months cumulatively to qualify. You can't have more than 60% of the 25,000 points come from one leg. You can have 5 legs, and it can be 40, 30, 10, 10, whatever. You can have 10 legs, but you have to have a minimum of 3. Okay, that's another thing. If you're sitting with 2 legs now, your very next enrollment, you've got to start building leg number 3. Okay, so the volume baseline established is as an average of June, July, and August. So what this means is soon there's going to be a report available for us to draw that's going to show you what volume the company has taken to account for each of your legs. So what they're going to do is they're going to look at each leg and say June, July, August, it equal to X amount of points. Divide that by 3 for the 3 months, and that's going to give them an average of what that leg is worth, and they call that the baseline volume of that leg. So what they're then going to do is whatever growth comes into your business will be taken off that value, so off that 3-month average. Now, if your question is, well, I've only been in the business since August, what are they going to take for my business? Well, they're still going to take the 3 months. They're going to take your August volume and divide that by 3 months, and they're going to say that's what you've got to grow on. Okay, well, because it's only fair, because if you haven't been here June, July, you can't be penalized for that. So that's the first bit of information. So this is how you qualify. Okay, so the minimum cumulative growth you need in your business from October, November, December, January, February, those 5 months, October through to the end of February, the minimum volume growth across your whole organization to qualify for Hawaii is 25,000 points. So let's say you've only got 3 legs and you've got exactly 25,000 points, then your leg split will be 15,000 on the one leg, 7,500 on the other leg, 2,500 on the other leg. So in other words, over the 5 months, so October to February, your leg number 1 would have a 15,000 more volume than what it had as the average per month. So if you get to 25,000 points, you qualify for 1, which is yourself, including your airfare. If you get 50,000 points, now look at this. Now, guys, when you look at 50,000 points on your own, you'll think, holy moly, I could not do that. But that's why you don't look at it on your own. You look at the people in your team. You go sit now with your distributors, or even if they're not enrolled by you, call a meeting and chat to everybody in your downline and say, hey, what are we going to do together? What is each one of you going to go for? Is it 1,000? Is it 2,000? What are you going to grow your business by? So that you can come back and have a plan for your business. Okay, and then, of course, you need to go find new enrollments. You need to find more customers. You need to find distributors as well. As I said before, guys, don't discount the people that are there. Don't discount your existing customers. Go back to them and say to them, would you like to get your product for free? Well, it's so easy, so simple. All we need to do is find 5 people, 5 of your friends or family who want to order this product. And what you do, straight away, you got 200 more points come in off that one customer. It makes a difference. You do 5 of those in a month, that's an extra 1,000 points just from customers come in. Okay, guys, so if you get 50,000 growth cumulatively over the 5 months, then LifeVantage pays for 2 people to go, everything paid, plus they give you $750 cash. And so you can see it keeps going. 100,000 they pay for 2 people, they give you 1,500 cash, 150, 2 people again, 2,000 cash. If you had 200,000, which is going to be a huge push, but if you had 200,000, just look at this. They upgrade you to business class and they give you 3,000 cash, and then the next one again is upgraded and 7,500 cash. So I know those are big numbers. Most of us will be sitting around the 25-50 mark, but it's an awesome incentive for you to be able to take your partner on I think it's a 4 or 5 day holiday in Hawaii and just go and have a fabulous time. One other thing you've got to note here, and it's at the bottom here, it says during the last month of the promotion, you will be required to have a minimum growth of 3,000, 1,500, and 500 in volume across 3 different leagues. Okay, so in other words, and guys, remember, the growth is off your baseline, so it's off the average that the system will determine for you per league. Okay, so if you have consistently grown every month, then those figures should not be difficult at all to achieve. They should be pretty easy. Also, just LifeVantage does cap the airfare at 800 US per person, but we found that you can fly to Hawaii and back for like 1,400 Aussie, which is very close to the 800. So it's your fares are basically covered. Okay, so let me go through again. How do they work out, your leg, the baseline volume of your leg? So if you look at this big picture where it says baseline 10,000, and on the left it says June. Let's say June, your one leg, the overall volume was 11,000. In July, it was 9,000, and in August, it was 10,000. So you add that together, that gives you 30,000. Then you divide it by 3 over the 3 months, and you get the average, which is 10,000. So that's going to be the figure that is going to be used to work out what you've grown. Okay? If you look at the top there, guys, if you have 3 legs, then that is the minimum growth that each leg can count for when you're looking at the first qualifying entry of 25,000 points. So, for instance, on your biggest leg or your leg 1, it's 15,000 points, 7.5 and 2.5 on the others. But again, if you've got more than 3 legs, that can be diluted even more across all the different legs. So this is what the calculator that I've created looks like. Now, as I said before, I'm going to put it up in Team Heart when you're done here. But what I want to show you guys is the only figures you've got to change on here are these green ones. So once you know what your average is per leg, and you'll see this is for leg 1, leg 2, and there's another 2 of these. So I've done up to 4 legs. I couldn't fit it all in here, so it's not all in here, but it'll be in the calculator. So what you do is you go put in, let's say you pull your report and you see your average for leg 1 was 2,500 a month. Then you're going to go here into this first column and you're going to change, these values here to 2,500, okay, because that's your leg average. And then you're going to go have a look at, well, what did I do in October? And key in here whatever you achieved in October. And then you're going to look November, December, January, February, and automatically it's going to calculate this for you. So I've set it up in a way that it's going to give you here total as the total growth on your leg. And here it's going to work out what percentage it carries in an equation to the whole growth of your business. So don't change anything on the calendar except the green figures. Okay, that's the only place where you want to go and change, and automatically it's going to calculate for you where you're at, what the percentages are, so that you know how much you've got to work and how much you've still got to do. Okay, what I want to show you guys now is I'll quickly go into my back office, and I want to show you, at this stage that inquiry isn't available yet, but it's going to be hopefully soon. But what you can do in the meantime is you can go into your back office, and you can go on the home page, on the side here where it says key measures. Guys, if you just click here, I'll just wait for it to come up. So if you click here on GV, it shows your overall volume for the months. Okay, so that doesn't really help you because it doesn't give you a leg split. But what you can do is if you go into your graphic tree and you go and ask each person that's at the top of your legs, and you say to them, can you please go and have a look for me? So go to each, the very top of your legs, like each person, and you say to them, can you please go to your home page, have a look here for me under GV, and tell me what does it say for June, July, August. Then you don't have to wait for the inquiry to come out, then you can actually calculate your own figures so long. So you'll see June, July, August. So that's obviously my group volume, my total volume. And, that's what you can use. So go to the top. If you've got 2 legs or 3 legs, go and have a look in the account for the top person on each one. If it's somebody you've signed up, like your husband or so, then you can just log into the account. If it's not, then just message them and say, hey, can you send me the volume, the group volume for your business? Guys, I think that's it and what I wanted to show you. So now if you guys have questions, you can fire away. Let me just unmute all of you.
What date is the actual the
Oh, the incentive, it is the 6th, I think it's the 6th to the 9th of May, or the 5th to the 9th of May, somewhere there.
Yes.
Anybody got any other questions? No, was it, you guys get it? Is it easy?
No,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah?
Yeah.
just with this 4 legs, have you got it somewhere there? Did I miss it as to what the split would be? You said it quickly.
Sorry, I just want to mute everybody else, and we just got to you, okay? Okay, so Madge, it's like, in our comp plan where it says like a 70-30 split or something. All it means is you can't have more than 70% of one leg. So the split is 60-30-10.
Okay.
So all it's saying is that you can't have one leg count more than 30, one leg count more than 60, and one more than 10. But if you've got 4 legs, there's no set split. It's just you got to keep the 60-30-10 as the maximums. Does that make sense?
Sort of. It'll work out. I'm terrible with things like this.
Let me put it in numbers for you. Okay, so let's say the overall growth you needed was 10,000 points, and you've got 4 legs, and let's say that your leg number 1 is made up 6,500 of the 10,000 points. Leg number 2 did 1,000, leg number 3 did 1.5, and leg number 4 did 2,000 or 1,000, whatever's left there. You're not going to qualify because there was one leg that took more than 60% of the total volume that you've increased by. But if your leg 1, if the one leg was 6,000 and you had a 3,000 and a 500 and a 500, perfect, you'd make it. Okay, but you just can't exceed the 60% of the 25,000 because that's the entry level. So that's the first person who qualifies. So you just can't exceed the 60% of 25,000 on one leg in terms of your volume. But use that calculator because the way it's been set up, it's actually going to calculate the percentages for you. So you can see all the time where the balance lies. And you know what, guys, if if you get close to 20, or if you're on 25,000 points and you say, oh my gosh, my one leg is like 63%, well, then all you've got to do is stop building on that leg, and you just got to work like nuts and put customers or something else on the other 3 legs or 2 legs, just so that you can bring the balance up. Okay? Please, if you stuck, if you want some one-on-one at any time and you think, oh, I don't know where I'm at, can you guys just have a look, chat to your sponsor, chat to one of the leaders, you know, we're happy to help you guys.
So, sorry, Charlotte, just to clarify that. So I get what you're saying about, you know, you can't have like the qualifying points are going to be 60, 30, 10. Say that leg does go over, like, you know, when you're trying to rank now, they just stop counting those points at 60,000, don't they?
Yeah.
It's not going to disqualify you if you do have 80,000, as long as you have 30 and 10 on the other, or that split equals out across the other legs.
That's right, Libby. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's basically saying the most, you know, one leg can count is 60% of the volume. So even if you've got more volume on there, you just can't count towards it. Yeah. Thanks, bro. So guys, tell me honestly, do you think you can do it? Do you think it's achievable? Because it's over 5 months. Okay, we've had month 1, but you know what, guys? A lot of you haven't really had huge volume run through your business. So what that means is your average has been set so low that you are in a prime position to be able to get this incentive, to qualify. I've seen many incentives over the 4 years, and this one for me is one of the easiest I've seen. To get a trip to Hawaii over 5 months, it really is an easy one to achieve. So jump in with everything you have. And you know what I need to say to you is that once you've worked at your averages, so once you've worked at that baseline, have a plan. Have a plan of what you want to achieve every month in terms of volume on every single leg, so that you stay on track. Because when you just say, oh, I'll just see how I go, I'm just going to build and see what happens, that's often when things just slip through your fingers and you don't qualify. So have a plan, know exactly what volume you're chasing on each leg every month, speak to your downline, chat together. You know what, guys, if you want to even have little incentives in groups, do whatever you want to do to make sure you get to Hawaii. And then, you know, get that bikini body. So I think we got to order a few crates of physique. What do you guys think? Oh, forget about the bikini body. We'll just go in anyway. Yeah, Madge?
Do you know when our people will have the little reports ready for us?
I have asked, but you know what? I mean, today G helped me figure out that we can actually just work it out for ourselves. So I'm not even going to wait. I'm going to just go into, because I know who's at the top of my legs, and I'm just going to ask everyone to please send me the volume, because that's why I showed you where to find it now on the home page. Just work it out for yourself.
Yeah, good idea.
You can get going, because already the month is gone. You know, October is gone. Yeah. Okay, guys. Anybody else got a question on Hawaii? No? Okay, G. Hey, G. G.
Sorry, my computer wasn't working properly. I think the camera didn't like it anymore.
I thought
so.
Because I saw you on there before. Okay, so he's going to just talk us through November a little bit, and what we've got to do to just stay on track for November. And really what happens in our business between now and February, because there's certain things that do happen in this industry. So thanks, G. I'll hand over to you.
Good. Hey, guys. So basically, we were just saying, you know, we've really got to try and run for November. Now, back in August, we got so pumped that we started doing, well, it started in July, but August, if you look then, Charlotte, it was my best month, it was Charlotte's best month. It was all of our best months, because we did the Eric Worre recruit 20 in 30 days. Now, I didn't recruit 20, but I recruited the most. I think I recruited 15 people, which is the most I've ever recruited in any of the months, because I was so driven, and everywhere I saw on every board was recruit 20 people, and it just was in your whole mindset. So I just really want to encourage everybody, let's try and do it again, because if we can up our ante and get the amount of points that we're in surplus, we don't need to stress as much in December. So December, if it just ends up that you've got residual points coming through for this month. So if we can have a surplus for November, then, you know, when we take that time off with family and things, we can chill. You know, we can use that time for personal development. We can use that time to strategize. Like what Rachel said, I don't know if I want to do it on Christmas Day when her and Josh sit all day and work out their whole goals for the whole year and spend 7 hours. I'm not going to do that on Christmas Day. But I do want to spend some time working out the next year and things like that. So I just think if we all get the mindset that it's like, why not try and do 20? And what would be the worst thing that would happen if we didn't get 20? Might get 5, might get 10. But it's like when we were with Eric Warray over in Orlando, and he was talking about him being such a visionary. And he said, like, I think so big sometimes that people are like, seriously, man, you've never, ever accomplished that. And he said, I had this guy come into me once inside in the office and said, look, I need to tell you, all these people are laughing at you. All your goals you never achieve. People are laughing behind your back. And he was like, really? And he said, yeah, but, you know, I achieved really quite high. I may not get the tip top, but, you know, I achieved 75% of it. Now, he said this person was like somebody who kind of like was a pessimist, probably got about 25%, was really low down on the chart. So he said, if I actually listened to that guy, I'd eventually start coming down to his level. So I just really want to encourage you, what is the worst thing that can happen if we just go for it? You know, what is the worst thing? If we aim high, what's the worst thing? Chances are we might get around 10 or 15. So what? That could just blow your whole volume. And if we're doing it as teams and the legs all come together and we all kind of do it as teams, well, then everyone's going to end up on their way to Hawaii. Because if we can try and get, let's say everybody averages maybe 7,000 to 10,000 in their volume. Well, then if they don't make 5 next month in December and they make 3, and even if they made 2 or 3 in January and then did a big blast again in February, you know, it may all average out. So if we can have surplus, it's always good in the harvest to try and stock up so that the months that aren't as good, then we're going to work out to be a bit better. So I was looking at what Gabby had done about trying to do these, even skincare, these 4-day, I love it, this 4-day trial. And I was talking to a couple of the guys today and I just said, you know, I'm going to ring all my customers because, to be honest, not really any of my customers are on skincare. They're all just doing the Protandem. So I'm just going to ring all my customers first of all, and I'm going to say, look, you're around this area if they are. Do you want to have a skincare trial for 4 days? And I'm going to laminate. I'm going to do exactly what Gabby has done. And I'm going to ask them, would you like to trial it out? And then would you maybe want to think about maybe buying it as Christmas presents, you know, for your sister or for your mom? Why don't you try it out and see? Because if you could even get 8 people to get that skincare, that's 1,600 points this month. And if you've got a couple of platinums or something, like we're talking nearly 4,000 points that would be added this month. That's not with your residual that you've already got. That's not with any of what the rest of your team is doing. So if we even looked at the existing people that we've already got in our organization and went to them. So I already know some of the girls. I'm like, seriously, I should have gone to these people already about the skincare. Sorry, Angie's just saying, could you please explain what the skincare... Okay, so Gabby just wrote up, and she's actually put it in Team Heart Australia as well, and that she just put up a post saying, Gabby, do you want to explain it? Do you actually want to explain your post? Because Rachel told you, did she?
Am I unmuted?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, with the one-on-one with Rachel, she just said, we're all doing the free trial skincare, aren't we? And it was like, no, and she suggested that you offer the tru-science. So I'm offering the, 1 to 4, and you offer it for a week, but I find if you do 4 days, when I worked with a different company, the free sample was always only 3 days worth. So I'm offering it for 4 days, Monday to Thursday, and then like Thursday to Monday, because I can get it through more people. And I put the Pretandem brochure in, the tru-science brochure in the order form, 1 to 4, a lolly because women or like a little sweetener when they get it as well. And I explained to them, I put it up there. I've actually got all new clientele that have actually asked about it, nobody that's on Pretandem at all. So I've got now the opportunity to talk to them about Pretandem. I'm dropping them off. I've talked to some of them. I will talk to them when I drop it off. Others I've talked to on the phone. So I've now got contact phone numbers and things with them. And I drop it off and then leave it. Day 2, I ring them, check that they're coping with it, they've got no problems or any questions. And it's only like a very quick phone call, unless they've got questions. And then on day 4, I go. The other company, whenever I went to pick up the order, they usually had the order already filled out. So when you walked away, you had the order in your hand. It wasn't very often you actually had to do any sort of much to get the order because they were, they had processed that with that phone call day 2. So it works quite well.
Great. Good. So so I'm going to end up doing that month before Christmas. Any of the guys that you've actually got, maybe if you've got some men, to actually say to them, hey, do you want to give your wife a trial of the skincare product? And look, $227 isn't a lot for somebody to buy as a present. You might even say, look, do you want to trial it for your mom and things like that? And maybe you and your sister could go in as a Christmas gift. So, just different ideas. Or the micro lift. I'm going to really start, I've seen that Janine, you're the best at doing your micro lift. I've seen you started doing pictures up, doing your before and after. I'm going to start putting up a couple of them pictures and showing people coming up to the Christmas parties and stuff like that. Do you want to look refreshed and look good at your Christmas parties and your Christmas outings? Why not have some of our micro lift? Because none of us really, I don't know about anyone else, but I never really talk about the micro lift serum. But I know that Debbie, who's a beautician with Angela, she absolutely loves it. She puts it on all her clients and she loves it. So we should maybe start experimenting with these other products because that's like that might be 240 points. And if you get them on a bottle of Pretandem as well, that could be 300 points. And that's just your customer. So this month is the month that people buy things. They know they're buying Christmas gifts. They know they're buying stuff. So we could easily increase with the customers we have and with new customers. We could all easily get maybe 3,000 points each, which could be huge. That could be a rank advance or it could be something towards Hawaii, which we all want to do. So I'm going to check out Gabby's thing and what she's actually done up. And as well, guys, this is the month as well. And when we come to January, a lot of people over Christmas time start working out their goals for the following year. I met 2 people in another company that ended up joining literally 1 January and became massive distributors because they had their time off from the 25th of December to the 4th of January, and they use that time to look at what else is out there. What else? New year, new resolution. So, the next couple of months is going to be crucial, I feel, to our business. Big blast for November. And December, it might be a lot of planting of seeds. Lots of planting of seeds, lots of personal development, lots of following up with people saying, hey, have you thought about New Year's resolution? Have you thought about the business? And then huge launch again in January. And then February is going to be massive. So this month we really need to solidify. I'm happy to work with any of my guys to work out a plan for you. And let's just try and get you some money in as well. I worked out if you got 2 platinums in and you ended up doing these skincare packs, it was 8 skincare packs. You would have $2,000 in fast start bonuses. That's really big if they were new customers. That's massive. That's a massive incentive for you. Plus points, plus you've got these new people in the system. So yeah, so that's all I've really got to say on that. And hopefully, yeah, if you've got any questions, if anyone wants to do any opportunity meetings with me, I'm going to start some for the UK and everything this month. We're launching a few new distributors in the UK, which is quite exciting. So yeah, but if anyone's got people in the UK and you want to jump on, let me know. And yeah, let's just try and do as many launches before Christmas, maybe come up with some Christmas theme or presents and things like that, and maybe start doing some more in-homes and online launches.
Awesome, G. Thank you. Guys. So I see a few of you are asking, what are we giving out? So guys, there's no sample packs as such yet that we give out, but I believe what the girls do is they take the 4 products to somebody and they say, you can trial this for 4 days. And then 4 days later, you go back, you fetch it, you say, how did you go? What did you think? And then you take the same bottles to the next person. That's right, G, is that
yes.
Okay, so...
Yeah, so you really can only do it in your area. So if you've got customers in your area, that's where you can do it. There is sample packs that are in the US, and when we go on conferences, I am kicking myself that I didn't buy some, because they are all in a box and a sleeve with an instruction manual and things like that. And a lot of them have said they've had really good success with it. So maybe it's something to try for Christmas. That's all I'm thinking. Definitely this month. I don't know if I'd want to do it all the time, but I think this month people are thinking about spending money. They're thinking about spending money on them. They're thinking about spending money that their husbands could spend on them. So this might be the month, you know, come January, I don't think it'll work. But this month they kind of know they're going to be spending money.
Awesome.
She had came up was we were just asking about PV and qualifying, and she was going, what you guys aren't spending, like you call PV, and she said, if you've got spare skincare lying around that's not making you any money sitting on your shelf, she said, just get it out there. She said you could have 4 or 5 trial packs going at a time. She said, just write samples. So like, you see the camera, I've just written sample in black across, you know, across mine, and I'm just going to hand out a set at a time. And she said you could have 3, 4, 5 going, and she said the girls do it there and it works really well. So
awesome.
It's a good way to get the customers to try it. It's great.
Yeah, guys, it's all about innovation and about finding new ways of getting our products out there. And you know what I love about this company? It's not just about distributors. It's so much about customers. And we have such brilliant products. For me, my skin is the best it's ever been on tru-science. I love the product. Everybody I've come in touch with that's used it says they love it. I was looking at my daughter's skin yesterday and I said to her, oh my gosh, your skin is looking amazing. And it's tru-science because she's been on it now for a few months too. So the product is amazing. Make sure you use this idea of the sampling. So guys, there are going to be some changes coming in January in terms of our comp plan, and there's a few other changes, but they're all very, very positive. And it's going to be really exciting for us. So what I can tell you is that we're going to do a New Year kickoff around the 9th or 10th of January. We are planning that tomorrow morning, so we'll give you lots of notice. But make sure, guys, that you do take a bit of time off over December, especially the Christmas, you know, New Year time. Take some time and recover. Take time and just fill your tank, recharge your battery. You know, spend time with your family, with your spouse. Do the stuff that you don't get to do in the year because we get so hectically busy. So make sure you plan that as well. But at the same time, as G said, the next 5 weeks really are critical for your business because generally we do know December things slow down. January, they're still slow because people are still trying to get back into the frustration of a new year. So if you don't use November to push, you're going to really have 3 months of very little activity in your business. So be careful not to fall into that gap. Guys, I was going to do some business, how to set up a business plan. And I'm going to start just by giving you 3 things. And this is going to be homework for you to get done in the next week. So when we get back together next Tuesday night, we're going to run through all the basics of how to set up a business plan. And do you know what? I'm a detailed person. You probably know that by now. So I'm going to give you lots of detail, lots of things to think about, to include into your business plan. You know, I want to say to you again that you don't ever go and set up a business and not have a plan. But a lot of people come into network marketing and they treat it as a hobby. And if you treat this business as a hobby, it's going to cost you like a hobby costs. There's no hobby that makes you money. Hobbies just cost money. Okay, so if you treat this as a business, it is going to cost you money. But let's help you set it up as a, if you treat it as a hobby, it's going to cost you money. But if you treat it as a business, it will start paying you like a business. So let's help you set up a good business plan. Let's help you think about all the little things that you may not have thought about yet. And what we'll do is we'll run over that in detail in the next few weeks. And what you can then do is when you take a bit of a breather over December, you can really spend time on your business plan and set yourself up for success immediately next year. Okay, so the first thing I want to say to you is, what is your vision? Do you know what your vision is? No, vision is an inspirational description of what you want to achieve or accomplish. It's short-term and long-term. You know, so it's intended to serve as a very, very clear statement or guide for where you want to go, and then what kind of actions you need to take to get there. So, guys, there's lots of sayings, and there's a verse in the Bible that says, "My people perish for lack of vision." If you don't have vision that you share with your teams, your people will perish. Vision is what keeps people together. Vision is something like, we're retiring my husband, guys. I'm going to put all of you on a Zoom when my husband makes that "I'm awesome" phone call to his boss. Okay? You all heard Rachel say, has anybody ever made the "I'm so awesome" phone call? So if you weren't there, I'll tell you quickly what it is. So she said, has anybody ever called in sick? And then, of course, you know, half the people put up their hands. And she goes, liars, like everybody's called in sick, okay, at some time. And then she says, has anybody ever called in awesome? And we like just looked at her like, huh? And then she goes like this. So Josh and her are like doing a little role play. So she goes, ring, ring. And Josh goes, hello. And she goes, hey, boss, it's Rachel. And he goes, oh, hey, Rach, or RJ. He goes, hey, RJ, how you doing? And she goes, hey, I'm awesome. Too damn awesome to be working for you. Goodbye. And she puts the phone down. Yeah, I don't know that my husband would ever do that because he's such a nice guy. But I'm telling you now, my vision, guys, is to retire my husband. My vision for us as a team is to do significant things like build orphanages and rescue sex-trafficked kids and get all of us out of debt and help not just my husband retire, but I know there are tons of ladies on here who also want to retire their husband. That's called vision. Okay, it is also your why, but it is also vision. When you have clear vision and you know what makes you work every day, you know what inspires the people around you. But do you get inspired when I say to you, guys, in 27, let's set a target and we go rescue 6 or 10 sex-trafficked children. All we need is $1,500 each, and we will do it with team volume running through our account. Would that excite you? Would that make you work harder? Would that make you stop quitting when you feel like quitting? So that's vision. What is your vision? Yours may be exactly the same as the team's vision. Yours may be very different. You've got to have vision. You've got to, when you get together with your girls and guys and your team, you got to share vision. You got to share one another's heart, because people stay for people. People work harder for people. People don't care about product and company. People love it when they fit somewhere, because you know what? Most people out in society are alone. Most people are rejected and criticized and ridiculed and judged daily by society. So when they come into an environment like what we have, which is so beautiful, where we love and support, inspire, encourage, help one another dream, that's called vision. That's called team. And then people will stay and they'll push past those times when they want to quit. So number one is, what's your vision? You got a week to think about it. And I'm going to just spot question, ask a few of you next week, share your vision. Okay, you got a week. Go Google, what should a vision look like? What are key components that make up a vision? Okay, find your vision. It is so important. And then your purpose. Your purpose is a written declaration of your core purpose and your focus that normally remains unchanged over time. So if your purpose is to get to Pro 10 so that you, and along the journey you want to help 20 other women become financially free, that clearly defines what you want to do. So purpose has more filters and criteria as such, or more detailed information into it. Vision is the big picture. Vision is we're retiring our husbands, we're rescuing sex trafficked children all over the world. That's big, okay? Purpose is, so how am I going to do this? Purpose is, I'm going to get to Pro 10. I'm going to help 20 other people do it. I'm going to enroll 50 distributors. I'm going to bring in 100 customers. That purpose, it helps you more define how you're going to get to your vision. And the third thing I want to ask you is, go and write down your 5 core values. What are the things that are the most important to you? Is it integrity? Is it commitment? Is it consistency? Is it, walk your talk? Is it be true to your word? I'll tell you what mine are. So I'll just read you what my values are, and I'm not quite finished with it yet, but I'll just read it to you because I've actually written mine in like a paragraph. So I've said, for me, I love God, I love Jesus, and I love the Holy Spirit. So for me, that's my values, okay? I lead with integrity. I lead with care and with love. Oh, look at this man. He makes me a cup of tea. Honey, thank you. Oh my gosh, he's only home for one day, then he's gone again.
He's so cute.
Look, Grayson, it's in the mug you bought me. Okay, let's start again with my values. I love God, I love Jesus, I love the Holy Spirit. I lead with integrity, I lead with care, and I lead with love. Okay? Yet I have boldness and firmness. I cannot be a good leader to you if I always only just lead with care and love, because care and love is compassion. You've also got to have some firmness and boldness in there, because then you can lead people in truth. Okay? I believe I set the example for everyone in my world. So those are my values. That's what I want to live by every day. I want to be an example to you. I want to be able to, if I say to you, do your best this month, I want to be able to say at the end of the month, I did my best. So I want to walk my talk. What are your core values? What makes you tick? What are the things that you would appreciate to see in others? Write down those things. Guys, I'm sorry, we're a little bit over time, but if you start with that, and then next week I'm going to take it deeper and deeper into writing a really good business plan that's going to inspire you, encourage you, and keep you working every day, and give you direction and clarity of what it is you got to do every day. Because a lot of people, who suffers from procrastination? Nobody? My gosh, that's awesome. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Procrastination kills success. It is the biggest thief of success. So what we're going to do in this business plan is we're going to work out detailed actions that you've got to take every day without even having to think about it, because it's in a plan, and it's going to help you overcome procrastination. Okay, here's a challenge for you. The next time you go into a restaurant and you get a menu, you got 10 seconds to choose what you're going to eat. Okay, that's it. 10 seconds. Okay, do it. That's one of the things that's helped me the most in my life is a menu, to learn to get over procrastination. Because I went for an interview for a really, really good job, and the guy said to me, meet me at whatever restaurant it was. So I thought, gee, that's a bit odd. Go for an interview at a restaurant. We sat down. I got a menu. He got a menu. I looked at the menu. I shut the menu. He said to me, you've got the job. I said, what? We haven't even spoken. I said, how can you give me the job? He said, because you only took 10 seconds to order your meal. I know you're not a procrastinator. Okay, so guys, that's a challenge for you. The next restaurant you go to, go and take 10 seconds, 15 seconds, like not, look through the whole menu, shut it. I don't know what I'm going to eat. Look through the whole menu again, shut it. No, 10 seconds, just pick one and eat it. Okay, guys, anybody got any questions, just unmute yourselves and you can ask, or you got any comments, anything you want to share. Hey, I was talking to Karen Hearn this morning, and this woman today was on fire. I'm going to get her to share next week with you guys what she did today. But she started a morning and she sold 15 bottles of Pro Tandem. Isn't that darn amazing? She just this morning put her mind to it and she said, today I am doing X, Y, Z. And she sat all day working at a computer, on Facebook, in groups, all sorts of stuff. And she sold 15 bottles of Pro Tandem. Amazing. So I'm going to get Karen, if you can remember next week to do a bit of a share with us, Lovey, that'll be awesome. Okay, guys, I'll let you go because I know we're over time. If you've got any questions, hey, hold on. Before you go, can we do a photo? So I'll give you a warning tonight, okay? Okay, wait. Let me just get my little camera thingy set up. Every time I don't give you guys warning, I feel so bad because somebody always messages and says, I had a funny face. Okay. Screen number 1, because we've got 2 screens, but the first lot of you. Okay, ready, steady, go. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got the first one. Hold on. And hold on. I'm almost done. Oh gosh. My computer is due for an upgrade, I reckon. Okay, ready, second screen. Wait, let me just get you guys in there. Second screen. Okay, guys, ready, smile. Cool, I got you all. Okay, thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week and have an awesome week. Please come to the Sunny Coast. Come see where we live. If you want to, you can come pat my goats and my cows. If that's going to make you come. But please come and see where we are, guys. And we look forward to welcome you here. So thanks for tuning in and have a great week. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, see ya.